Well, hello, and welcome to another edition of a series I like to call Redesigning a Character into Clothing I Can Wear in My Everyday Life, only this time it's half clothing, half costume. I don't know why I'm making that voice either. Oh. Ta-da. In the last video of the series, I made this dress, which was based off of Lily Munster. Oh, and I quite love this dress still. It is so cute. And I've worn this bolero under a black dress. Ooh, it looks good. It looks really good. It's very dramatic. I love it. If you're new, this series is where I take characters and redesign their clothes into something that I can add to my everyday wardrobe. It's about creating content and also having something wearable and not just a costume that hangs out over there. That's Ira. That's actually Ira and then Clara, so Clara. We're on track today, huh? Yep. Today, this is gonna be a half clothes, half costume because it is Halloween and I wanted to. So this series is whatever I want it to be. But the basic concept of the series is redesigning a character's clothes. That's the baseline of what this series actually is. It's supposed to be clothes I can wear, but you know, we grow, we evolve, things gotta change, and it's my channel and I can do whatever I want, so. And today, which is Halloween, happy Halloween, everybody. I have decided to do one that's maybe a little silly, kind of. It is a silly thing to make a clothes from. Let's just get into it. As you saw from the thumbnail, we are making this guy, Enoch. Or maybe Enoch is the cat. Either way, they are one and the same. And you're like, Annie, there are so many other cute characters in this show. Couldn't you have chosen one that has like actual clothing on? Don't be silly. No, we went with this guy because I thought it would be fun. And I'm quite pleased with the design I came up with. So there's a lot of different eras in clothing happening in the unknown. The unknown is the place that Greg and Wart are trapped in. They range from like the 1700s to the early 1900s. So there was kind of a lot to like play with in there. Since all the characters in the unknown are wearing historical clothes, I thought, why don't we get a little historical with it, right? I've come up with this outfit. So you can kind of see where like half of it is costumey, but the other half is actual like clothes. And there's a lot here, so let's kind of break it down into pieces. So starting with the skirt. The skirt is actually two skirts. There is the bottom skirt, which I'm gonna make out of the 8-paneled gore skirt that I like make everything out of now because it's my favorite pattern. And we'll add a ruffle to the bottom. Again, I'm always adding ruffles because they're cute. They're cute. I love a ruffle. And then we're also going to be making an overskirt that is kind of draped. It's got that very like kind of later Victorian vibe with the like kind of bustle thing, but it's not actually there's no bustle. We're not doing a bustle. And I'm not quite sure how to make this overskirt yet, so I think, anyway, we'll get there. So we got the skirt. And then we have this cape, just a cute little capelet collar. It'll have the same kind of like stripe thing that we're gonna do to the skirt, but in orange. And then in the back, we're gonna add some embroidery with Enoch's face. These big old eyes and nose and big mouth. And then if I have time, I'm also gonna make a vest because I've wanted one of these vests for a really long time and I love the look of it. That's kind of pushing it because we are also doing a tuft rug version of Enoch because I want to, and also for reasons that will become clear later in the video. So let me show you the materials because I'm sure you're thinking, Annie, where are you going to get this beautiful green on green striped fabric? And to that I will say, I didn't. I have this green cotton and this velvet lighter green ribbon. Do you see where I'm going with this? So I'm going to sew the ribbons down to make those stripes. Is this a little crazy? Yeah, obviously. This is gonna take a while to do, which is why I'm worried about time on this one, because there's a lot of skirt and I need to sew both sides of this ribbon down. But it will look very cute in the end because, I mean, it's just look at it. The colors are already cool. And then you have the different textures. Like it's gonna look neat. I know it is. And on that same vein, we have this orange fabric and this orange ribbon. So we gotta do it twice. But the cape is a bit smaller than the skirt. So in the last video, I made this adorable purse. And I told you that this purse had nothing to do with the next project. I was lying. I don't know if you could tell, but I lied. Without further ado, we need to get into it because I am yapping too much and we got a lot of work to do. So let's go. We're going to start with cutting out the cape. I take some quick measurements on myself for length and then around my neck. I want the cape to be a circle, or at least most of one, so I lay the fabric on the floor. This is easiest with carpet because you can pin the measuring tape to the floor and then use it to like swivel around and cut the fabric out. Try it on, looking good. But the front and back are longer than the sides, which is to be expected. So we'll need to trim it later. But first, we need to hang it up because some of it was cut on the bias, so we'll need to give it time to fall. Time to move on to the skirt. I need to figure out the ribbon placement. The easiest thing I could think of is to place them with the grain. And after laying them out in a few different ways, I decided to space them 2 inches apart. I use a water-soluble glue stick to glue them down. This can be washed out, but it will hold the ribbons in place and keep them from shifting around when I go to sew them. I have a millimeter of space on either side of the velvet, and that's where I want to do my stitching. Taking a matching thread, I carefully sew down the ribbon. You really can't take your eye off the needle even for a second, or you're gonna go off-roading. And as you can imagine, this takes forever. Like, so long. So long. Just keeps going. Why did I make such a big skirt? It's really not even that big, but jeez. So many ribbons. Now we need to give all the pieces a good iron before we can sew them together. There's something very Victorian about this. Even though the pattern isn't a Victorian pattern, it's a very modern pattern, but the stripes feel very Victorian to me. I don't know. This is very cute. It took me way longer to do than it should have because I forgot to put in pockets and I had to go back and put the pockets in. But now it's got pockets. Also, I lost my pocket pattern, so I had to make a new one. It's probably somewhere. I gave it a lapped zipper. This took forever. This took forever. But I have the ruffle already prepped. It's serged on both ends and then the bottom is hemmed. So it just needs to be divided up and put on the skirt. And then I also need a waistband. And then the first skirt is done. And then we need to make an overskirt. So cute. When I was putting the stripes on, I was like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know about this. Looking not great. Ribbon is kind of stiff, so it gives the skirt a little bit of body. So it kind of like holds itself out a little bit. Let's do the ruffles and put the waistband on. Ta-da! This skirt, because of the velvet on the ribbons, picks up everything. There's so many little strings and lint and everything on here from the, just like gravitates towards it. The skirt is done, it has a waistband, it just needs a hook and bars. I don't know why I out myself. I could just tell you it was completely finished and you would believe me. Anyways, it needs a hook and bar. I added a bit of lace to the bottom. Thought it was cute. I originally planned to add this ribbon to the bottom. As I was looking at it, I didn't quite like the way it looked, and I just liked this little bit of lace more. So that's what we went with. Now we need to make the overskirt, and I don't know how. That seemed a bit dramatic. I'm gonna grab Clara and pull her out here and start draping, because that's kind of the only thing I can think of to do. Let me just grab Clara. I just realized something. and now I want to cry. I ordered this fabric a while ago. And then weeks later, I was like, you know what? I should probably go ahead and order more of that fabric because I don't think I have enough to do everything I want to do. It's better just to have more and then I can have some left over to play with. So second batch of fabric comes in, and when fabric comes in, I wash it, put it away. This fabric came in, I washed it, I put it away. Actually, my spouse washed it and put it away. So I never put the two sets of fabrics together. And then I just grabbed one fabric. I just grabbed the fabric. Like this is the fabric, right? These earrings are so loud. And I thought the color looked a little odd, but I didn't think too much of it because it's like, well, this is what I ordered and this is what I have. So no need to like fuss about it, just make it. Now that the skirt is completely finished, I'm almost out of the fabric. There's just like scraps left. So I went to grab the other batch of fabric. They sent me the wrong fabric. This is the fabric I ordered the first time. And then this is what they sent me the second time. These are not the same color. They're very much not the same color. And I'm really upset now. This one's better. This one's way better. But I can't do it over again. First off, I don't have time because sewing these stripes down took like all day. And also, I just can't. I cannot make this again. But there's no more fabric left, so I can't do the drapey thing that I wanted to do because these don't look good together. Could I please go a single video without having a meltdown? Just one project where I don't lose my absolute mind. This is better. This color is better. It's objectively better. This one has too much blue in it. That's why it's so wrong. Oh my God. Okay. I keep looking at this fabric and it might as well just be like sky blue at this point because that's all I can see. It's just blue now. I'm not gonna cry, you are.
Eventually.
Oh, okay, maybe. Let me see. There's enough, I think. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think it'll work. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Okay, let's pin it for real. Okay, this does not work out, so we're just gonna skip all of this and go on to the next part. I might have to scrap the overskirt. This looks like I'm making a stereotype costume of a Roma person. Like, it's not working. I think it needed more volume. You know what would have been a good idea? To look up how to make one of these. This has not been a good day, but that's okay because there's a new day tomorrow. Wow, way to sound like a Hallmark poster. I'm going to take this off and throw it away. And then tomorrow we're gonna start the next part of the project and maybe we'll come back to the overskirt. I think if I make one, it'll be the last thing I make now. I'm still mad about the fabric. I'm gonna think about this overnight and we can come back tomorrow and start the next part, which I'm freaking excited about. Like, let's just go to tomorrow. Goodbye. I'm so excited about this next part. If you have been with my channel for any amount of time, you know that I love mixed medium projects and learning new skills. I collect hobbies like they're Pokemon. Like, it's my favorite thing to do. So I'm super excited because we're learning how to tuft. Open this bad boy up. So excited, y'all. I've been wanting to do this for so long. Oh, wow. We got a gun, we got yarns. Tufting gun, H1. Ooh, decent color yarns. Okay, I'm in. User manual. This is for the frame. The frame is quite big. This is... It's really sturdy. What is this made out of? It's like light, but strong. I feel like you don't really need to see me go through all the steps, so I'm gonna put this together. So excited. Me in. What color did I get? Oh, Oh, comes in a little case. How nice. Oh, I got gray. Classy. Perfect for the millennial that I am. Keep hands away from guns front. I mean, I feel like that's just like, goes without saying with any kind of gun, really. Turn it on. Oh. Okay, and this changes the speed. Yeah. Oh. Ah! Okay, cool. Okay. I'm nervous. Okay, we're going slow. Hold it right up to the fabric. Ah, okay, okay. Okay, let's make it go a little faster because that seems like it would be easier. Okay, okay. You really gotta like give it a little bit of pressure. Now we're cooking with fire. How cool! I'm really excited. My hubris tells me we are ready to move on to the real thing because this was all really easy to put together and use. So I feel like I'm ready to move on. Let's do it. Let's do the real one. Okay. I have our design. And the kit does come with colors, but since I needed a very specific color, I bought some. Whew, I'm nervous. All right. Where do we start? Let's start on his body, I guess. Okay, okay. 90 degrees. Okay, so far I would say the really important thing is to make sure your yarn is slack. This is so exciting. There's like a certain amount of like pressure and speed that you need to maintain. It's not hard, but it does take a minute to get used to. How's it looking from the front? I don't want to look until it's done. Like it'll be a little surprise for me. I'm gonna continue with this. I'm gonna put you on time-lapse mode so that you can watch me do it, and then you will also have the front view, and I'm gonna go change that camera's battery, and I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look at this. It'll be a really fun surprise, okay? All right, let's go. I'm not looking, I'm not looking. While she's working, let me go ahead and tell you more about this tufting kit. The gun has adjustable speed with fun color illuminations. It has reduced vibrations, making the gun fairly smooth to use. It has built-in safety features and a closure to go over the end of it when it's not in use. And you saw the snazzy case that it came in. It was also designed for long-term use with low maintenance needs. One of my favorite parts of the frame is the no nail design. I'm incredibly clumsy and I've hurt myself on a frame with the nails. So this no nail design is a game changer. It's also incredibly stable. Not once did this frame budge from where I secured it. Not to mention how easy it is to set the fabric and adjust the tension. The whole thing took maybe 20 minutes to set up, and then I was tufting like a pro. The instructions are clear and the gun is intuitive to use. It's perfect for professionals and beginners like me. And since you're one of my viewers, you get a 19% discount. Code and link are in the descriptions. Now let's see how this turned out. I talked for a minute and forgot to hit record. Anyways, I've avoided looking directly at it, so I still don't know exactly what it looks like. I can kind of see it in the camera, but it's very small and I don't have my glasses on. It's fun. It's fun to play with. And it definitely got way, way easier the more I did it. I mean, obviously that's how things work, but it felt pretty intuitive, right? So after a while, you get a hang of like how fast you want to move your arm. But okay, I'm gonna turn around now because I want to see what it looks like. Okay. Ah! Oh my God. Okay. Okay. He's a little bit of a mess, but he just needs to trim. Wow. This is so cool. This is so cool. Wow, and it's like his teeth actually came out. I'm really surprised. That's better than I thought it would be. I'll be honest, I was not sure how this was gonna look, but that looks really good. Wow, that's so cool. There's definitely a couple spots where I need to go back in and touch up the outline Caught another Pokemon. I hope none of my family or friends are watching right now because everybody's getting rugs for Christmas. If you want to learn a new hobby, this is the Tufting Gun H1. My viewers will get a discount, and I'll put it, the discount code is here. And the whole thing, start to finish, like putting the box on the table to right now, has only taken me a couple of hours. I set the whole thing up within like 20 minutes and then I was just going. Like, it was so easy. It was so fun. Genuinely so chuffed. A big thank you to Clawlab for sponsoring us. They are our first sponsor. Everybody, can we give a round of applause? That is a big milestone for the channel. And listen, that's not the first company that has come to me asking to do a partnership. And it's just the first one I've said yes to, because I don't want to sell you guys things I wouldn't use myself. And I am gonna use the hell out of this. You're getting a rug, and you're getting a rug, and you're getting a rug. Next thing we need to do is finish up the cape. So I need to, since I have an embroidery machine, and I will use any excuse to use it right now, we're gonna do Enoch's face on the back of the cape, which was always part of the plan. I just wasn't sure how I was gonna do it before, probably with like felt or something. But now I have the embroidery machine, so we're gonna use that. So the next thing we need to do is actually make the pattern. So let's do that, shall we? Just like in my last video, I'm using the website Ember to make the embroidery patterns. The eyes were simple enough, but the mouth ended up being too big for my hoop. My embroidery machine has a 4x4 stitch space, so I had to split it up into 2 files. And that was a pain, but more on that in a minute. Before I can add the embroidery, I need to place the ribbons. I do this the same way I did with the skirt. Then I switch my machine into sports mode and start the embroidery. Like I said, I split the mouth into 2 files, so after I finished the first one, I needed to line it up very carefully so that when I started the second one, it would, be in line with the first one. This was really difficult to do, and it came out slightly off, but it'll do for now. After all the pieces are finished, I carefully cut around the design and hit the sides with some fray check. I set their positions, glue them down, and slowly sew within the black outline area. Now that everything's sewn down, it's time to mark the hem. I'm tired of relying on others to help me mark my hem, and I'm a strong independent lady, so I got myself this nifty little apparatus that blows chalk dust and marks where you want to cut. This thing is terrific. See? Look how straight that hem is. Nice. Now for the lining. I need to trim it up to match the outside layer and then pin the 2 together around the edges. And then I almost forgot to place the green ribbons. Isn't this cute? I wanted these ribbons to be much longer and also like a lot more of them, like 3 times as many of them. But I ran out of ribbon and I could order more, but we've kind of come to that point that I come to a lot in projects where I realize I'm taking too long to do everything, and it's time to put my ass in gear and like get it done. Because this video comes out in, what's today? Tuesday, it comes out on Friday, and I still need to do the reveal and finish everything and edit. So time to go. And if you're thinking, well, what do you have left? You've already done everything, right? No. Because I bought a pattern for the overskirt. Side drape overskirt by Truly Victorian. It seems really simple. I've already got it cut out. I think it'll take me, 20 minutes to sew it together. I still want to make a vest. I know I shouldn't because I don't really have the time, but I'm a gremlin and it's in my head that I need the vest. So I kind of need the vest. And if you're also asking what I'm making the overskirt out of, I went to Michael's and I bought fabric. I got this just cotton, but it matches the stripes pretty well. Well enough, I think. And I really like this color. And let me tell you about Michael's. I bought more of this fabric than I needed because I was just like, it's a nice color. I'll probably use it. And I have a coupon. Come here, come close. Let me tell you something. Michael's doesn't take coupons for fabric. Flabbergasted. What are you telling me? You know who did take coupons for fabrics? Joanne. She took all kinds of coupons for fabrics. In fact, she encouraged you to use all the coupons for fabric. Shape up, Michaels. Get your shit together. Anyways, there we go. We got this. We gotta put it together. Let's put it together now. And then, can I make this vest in time? How much does it matter? Because I have the cape. So most of the vest gets covered anyway. I mean, you do see this part. So, well, it's not gonna get done if I just keep standing around. So let's get to work. The first thing I'm doing for the overskirt is not reading the instructions because I guess I'm allergic. But I start by pinning the pleats in place and then realize I don't know how to sew anything together. And finally, read the instructions. This pattern has a lining layer, but I didn't want to mess with that or finishing any of the edges. So I just covered them up with this large rickrack I had in my stash. I'm attaching the front to the side drape and sewing them together. Now it's time to attach everything to the waistband. There are 3 parts to the overskirt: the front, side drape, and the back sash. The sash is only sewn to the waistband and overlaps with the side drape. Once everything is in place, I need to pleat up the excess fabric in the front. Sew it down and done. Okay, the bustle is finished. It's very dramatic in like a good way. I really like it. Just in case you were wondering, I do still hate the color of the skirt. Still upset about it, still. But this is done. I mean, mostly. I still need to go through and put closures on the skirt and this, and then also the closure on the capelet. But I was going to attempt to make a vest also. I wanted to make a Victorian double-breasted vest, but I don't think I have it in me. I'm kind of tired. There's one thing that I'm not like in love with this skirt is that I had to add tucks to make it fit. Like that's part of the pattern. You're supposed to cut out your hip size and then you kind of put the tucks in the front right here to make it fit into the waistband. But it is kind of messing up the drape of it, and I don't know if I like it. I think if I were to do it again, instead of adding the tucks, because I had to add 3, like, how deep are these tucks? Almost an inch, like 3/4. So 3/4 tucks on either side. And I think instead of doing that, I would just take it out of the side seams of the front, because I think it would fall better, or maybe at least like most of it and only have 1 small tuck instead of the 3. But I'm not gonna fix it. I'm gonna leave it as is. I just thought I should tell you in case you wanna make this skirt also, in case you were wanting a dramatic overskirt to wear. Pretty cute though. There's too many pieces for this vest. Like, why is there a lining and facing pieces? This vest has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. It's a vest. A vest usually has 2 pieces. It's got a front and a back. That's it. And then you have a lining. So you got the 2 pieces out twice. That's a vest. So I don't know why there's 10. There's pieces for linings and there's pieces for facings. And it's like, do we need a lining and a facing? And did we need a different piece for the front and the lining? Like, why can't we just cut the same thing out multiple times? Because isn't it the same piece? If it's a lining, wouldn't it be the same as the actual piece? I don't know. I obviously didn't read the instructions. I just got to the part where it told me how many pieces to cut out, or which pieces to cut out, and I just wrote them all down. The brain is not braining today. A little tired now. So I'm just gonna, I've already copied all the pieces for the vest, so I'm just gonna put them away and I'll use it again at some point soon. I really wanna make this vest one day. I guess that's enough talking about an item that I'm not actually making. And with that, we are done. I'm gonna go and finish these little bits, and then before we head into the results, I gotta ask you guys to please like, subscribe, and comment, because those 3 things really help me out and they make me very happy. And I really appreciate you for doing those things. Let me know how you feel about this redesign. I think it's cute. I think it's gonna be cute. I haven't actually seen everything together, but just wait till you see my shoes. Guys, the shoes for this reveal. They're not like a sponsored pair of shoes or anything. They're just like, I bought these shoes because they're so freaking cute. And I just wanted to wear them for this because they'll look really good with this. But yeah, just like shoes. Oh my God. Oh, I feel stupid. Yeah, let me know how you feel about this redesign. Like, subscribe, and comment. And also, hype if you have the ability to give hypes. Put me to bed. All right, let's go to the results. Goodbye. This came out cuter than I thought it would. How often do I say that? But really, I thought the only part of this outfit that was gonna be like regular clothes, like actually wearable, was gonna be just the skirt. But I really think the overskirt, I mean, it's dramatic, sure, but like, it's really cute. Like, I kind of see myself wearing this outfit, except for this, because this is a little much. I do have on like a little bit of a butt pad, just slight, just a little romp, just to help the skirt and overskirt sit better. I can't decide if the capelet would have looked better if it had more ribbons, but I do like that the ribbons, the way they fall, like some are upside down and so they look lighter. So you have like the two colors of Enoch. It's really cute. It matches my purse. My only complaint with this, and I bet you can guess what it is the color of the skirt. I'm still mad. Still mad. I'm gonna be mad about that for a while. You're gonna see me out in the wild one day and be like, hey Anna, are you still mad about that skirt color? And I will have forgotten by that point, but then you asking me is gonna remind me about it and I'm gonna be mad all over again. But that's all from me. I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween, or had a wonderful Halloween. Every year I make a very spooky themed dinner for my family, and this year's dinner is gonna be a shepherd's pie and the marshmallows. Oh God, don't put marshmallows on shepherd's pie. Whew. The mashed potatoes, I'm gonna pipe them on and make them into like a little ghost. Isn't that cute? So I hope you all have or had a wonderful Halloween, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye. I have decided.